Good evening and welcome to round 4 of the GR86 ANZ ESeries Championship. We're here in the northwest of Connecticut, USA, home of the Yale University, ESPN, and one of the greatest racetracks in the Northern Hemisphere, Lime Rock Park. This classic layout might only have 5 turns, but it is built for high-intensity, door-to-door racing, so I'm looking forward to tonight. This is also the place where iRacing rookies lose their virtual V card and learn their racecraft. All the drivers here tonight are experts around this track, and to help me navigate through all the action is a man still firmly holding on to his V card, the veteran commentator himself, Connor Nixon. Welcome.
Going on, mate. I'm glad I've still got my V card. It's good to know.
It's great,
I've still
isn't it?
got it too. So yeah.
Hey, we've ducked into this a little bit late. We've got 5 minutes left of practice. It's well after 8 o'clock, well after some of these guys' bedtime.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully we can get some good racing tonight. I love Lime Rock. I really do.
Well, yeah, this was the track that's kicked it all off, wasn't it? Really. We had this round. I think it was the second round of last season, and this is what kicked it all off for the second round. So yeah, good to see everyone's still kicking around, and round 2 of was where it started. So yeah.
The Vermilion, that was one of the, actually that's where you came into the fold, I'm pretty sure, for commentating. So it was good to have you on board back then. That feels like a lifetime ago. Now we're at the classic layout. It doesn't have the chicane, so lap times are fast. 55-second lap times, 56-second lap times, depending on who you're following. I'll jump on board with some guys. We've got 3 minutes left in qualifying. Liam Banks, let's start with him. He's jumped into the there he is.
Coming down the hill too, veteran commentator. So
Yeah,
he's just coming down the back straight. And who's that actually behind him? I think I'm going to give that a shout. That's Kenny Mr. Condoms.
Yeah, Condoms himself is back in.
Yeah, the man, the myth, the legend. So he's just past Liam. Let him go.
Speaking of the man, the myth, the legend, we are joined by no other than Tom Brown, Sweet Cheeks, safety car man, Tom Brown, in the Vermilion Motors. You know what he said to me before we jumped on? He goes, "I'm jumping on, and check out my livery. It's going to be great." And it's a bloody Vermilion Motorsports livery. Come on, mate, get more original than that. So that's Tom Brown out on track. David Milne is back, baby. He'll be out there showing his... What's he doing? He's doing 56-minute lap times. Let's show everyone what's going on. Sorry, I've got all the information in front of me and you guys got nothing. Yeah, so David Milne's doing a 56.5, so he's about a second off the pace in P8. We should have about 13 races out on track, unless someone joins very late. Kyle Ridley has been pushing this car to the limits. That's coming down the hill.
And he's reverse entry down the hill. He's got a tank slapper at the same time. Is he going to get a stop on the race circuit?
That'll be fine.
Back on the grass.
That'll buff out. He'll be right to go again.
What a ride.
Kenny, I've got to show this livery. This looks awesome, by the way. He's in the Next Level Racing livery. He's got Pagnian all over the back of it, and it looks magnificent. I look forward to seeing what he can do. I think he's got it in him tonight too. He's got great racecraft, so there's nothing separating the top 5 drivers. He might be a little bit of a wild card tonight and stir up the championship.
Yeah, for a guy that doesn't drive a Toyota 86, we see himself and Kyle Ridley that don't really drive these things. They're in the top 4. So
there's Kyle Ridley. He's in the pits at the moment. But yeah, they are. Actually, what have we got? A minute? Let's quickly have a look at the standings. Ben Faulkner hasn't got this one in the bag. He's really getting pushed by Jamie Christensen and Sean Linsell. Sean Linsell is a noticeable exclusion from tonight. I don't see him on track. He's got a minute to join, so better pull your finger out, Sean, if you're listening. Kyle Ridley's out there. Matthew Brunt, another one of the top 5 that's not going to be in here. He's actually equal points with Kyle Ridley. He's going to go back at a rate of knots. Joshua Horton might find himself up into the pointy section of this championship.
Yeah, but the big winner tonight is Kyle Ridley out of all of them.
Yeah,
so,
Kyle Ridley. Yeah. all he needs to do is have a strong couple of races here, good results, and he'll put himself into P3, maybe even higher actually. He's only, what's he, 30, he's about 42 points off P2. Yeah, it's this championship's great. 30 seconds left in practice. What else? Who else is on track? Curtis Bird, the Whitey's Pies.
The Birdman.
The Birdman, he's back.
Track.
We
He's out.
we missed him like a fortnight ago. I don't think he was out on track.
No, he wasn't. The last time I think I've seen him was the endurance round. I feel like. No, it would have been Jerez.
Speaking of endurance round, this Sunday at Sandown, 4 hours at Sandown in the GT3s is going to be fantastic. Oh, and the LMP2s, I should say. LMP3s. Oh, who's that? That's Fitzroy?
Fitzroy. Yep.
Did you see that car in the background doing multiple barrel
rolls?
Okay, before we go into qualifying, I might just show where we are tonight. Benny's been kind enough to make this for us. We are here in the world, in Earth, which is nice. It's a nice place to be racing. But yeah, he's put this together for us on the Google Earth to show us exactly where we are. So located in the foothills of the Berkshire Mountains and set in the beautiful parklands, this is Lime Rock from an Eagles point of view. It's only got 5 corners here tonight, 2.4 kilometres in length, I should say. This place is a bit different. It's got no grandstand, so you can turn up and bring the blanket and bring the kids out. Yeah, and you got overtaken at turn 1 and turn 3, I think is your best overtaking point. And this is qualifying, by the way, guys. I've just jumped onto here to Fitzroy Beaumont on the back straight, going backwards. Yeah,
well, I actually saw Tyson Hammer do the same. It looks like the car's very loose, and going back to that track too, or the track we're here this week is 22 degrees, so very nice and cold for these guys.
Beautiful. I mean, these they need all the horsepower they can get around here. Now,
definitely.
Now, a little birdie, his name is Ben Faulkner, said to me, "I'm going to do a 54." He said to me before we went on to it. So good luck to him.
Yeah.
Oh no, he didn't say that. Sorry, he said he'd do a 55.3 in qualifying. So we'll see what he actually do. We might jump on board. I'll jump on board with Fitzroy for a lap. He's just coming down. He's just on the uphill. He's on the back straight into the west bend. He's coming down.
Down the hill, the fast right?
Yeah, it's called the diving turn. They call this one onto the Samposi straight. So we'll get on board, watch a lap from him, see what he can do for us.
Let's see what kind of wheel work he's got for tonight. Nice and hard on the brakes. Oh, he's sideways into the corner. He's opposite lock, but he's corrected it. He's running out wide. Well, that was close. He missed the grass by a millimetre there. It's still hanging on. Seems like these cars are pretty loose tonight. Fastest lap, by the way. That is Mr. Jamie Christensen right up to the top of the 56.1. We'll stay on board with Fitzroy here. Now, this would be the most scariest corner I can think of. A huge fast right, huge commitment, use all that out zone. Oh, almost hits the grass on the outside as well. He's got Kenny Cronimos behind him as well, so Kenny would be giving him that push, and Fitz goes off the track. That'll be an off track, so that's not going to count, but he's going to go around again. Kenny right behind him as well. Oh, Fitz holding on for the last corner as well. Not a bad lap there from Fitz.
Yeah, he's on for a 56.4, so he's a little bit off the pace, but you saw him off the track. These cars will get better and better and better as they as the tyre temp comes up and the fuel load comes off as well.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't mind seeing a light little Toyota 86 and seeing what the full potential of these cars. But at the moment, Jamie Christensen up the top.
So Benny, if anyone's in the chat, please comment on Ben Faulkner's livery. It looks amazing tonight in the 28 machine. Black and green. He's going to hate me for saying that. So is he on a lap? I'm just checking now. He's on for a low 56. Well, he's hit that. He smashed that curve coming down the hill.
Car rebounding really nicely as well. hits the curb on the last corner and runs the exit. Let's see if he keeps it clean to the rest of the line.
This is going to be a 55, I think. This will put him up to the top. Yeah, 55.9. Yeah, straight to the top of the pops from our leader in the championship, Ben Faulkner.
Yeah, very nice lap there. He's only 2/10 clear of Jamie Christensen, so his boys are nice and tight for the qualifying. We saw him with a bit of margin there in practice, but so they're grouping it back up. So I wonder if Jamie's got anything to recover with a lap time.
I'm just going to go onto Kenny. He's actually following Ben Faulkner now. I'm just trying to work out how many, if he's a second behind. He'll get a massive tow from this. What's he on for? I'm checking lap times. He's kept it on the black stuff there. Into the last corner. He's on for a 55.9, 56 dead. It should put him up to the top. Oh, what's it going to be? It's going to be a 56 something. He's put him in the P3, a 56.1. Just behind Jamie Christensen, so nothing separating our top 3 drivers at the moment. I should say top 4. A 56.1 from Tyson as well, and then Curtis Bird's 2/10 behind them. So yeah, very tight at the top.
Yeah, I was going to mention that before we got on to Kenny. With Tyson never P3 at the time, but yeah, P4, not a bad quality at all. Only 200th of Kenny Conamos, so that's definitely a big feat from his practice. So yeah, he's definitely on the limit. It's good to see.
Here's our Mr. Nick Burling from Burling Motor Group. We had a great little interview with him last week. If you didn't watch our NASCAR, jump on, and our interview at the end of the night was great with Nick. I implore everyone to have a look at that. Oh, I love the livery. Jim Stroll in the Jim Stroll livery.
He's changed it up, that's for sure. You know what? I'm a bit of an old man though, Aaron, and I'm always like, if you do a livery, it's got to keep the same. And
yes.
I'm a bit of an old man like that, so if I was going to rate it, maybe a 6, just because I'm an old man. But
6 out of 7.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, I'm giving that a solid 9 out of 10. That livery that has caught my eye. Oh god, it looks good. Oh, and that's not great. That's not going to be good for the livery. Oh, he's side swiped on the left. Watch out! Watch out in the Jim Stroll. Oh, look who's just joined. Sam Chapman's just joined. He's just got in time. Liam Banks just went past the finish line. He did a 56.5. Okay, so we've got a lot of guys back, just circling at the moment, trying to get some lap time underneath them. David Milne's doing some good lap times as well. Oh, great livery.
I was going to say, we quickly brushed over Liam there, but I was going to say he's been doing some other leagues and he's actually been putting some impressive results in. So I've been seeing him get around with racing in general. So he's not just a commentator, he's a bit of a racer. So yeah, good to see him out there. The microphone on the side of the car. He
got up me. I referred to him as a Kiwi. He didn't like that too much at all. I don't know why. I don't know how I got it mixed up. I mean, England and New Zealand very close in the globe, but I got them mixed up somehow. I apologise, Liam, for that.
I love how you're doing your apology now. Good to
why he's racing, why he's got his head down. He'll never hear me say it.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of apologies, Ben Knopfling, thanks for joining the chat. I know that you're on the bike at the moment, so doing some virtual racing yourself on a push bike, but sweat it out and enjoy tonight.
I was going to say that's very athletic.
Yeah, too athletic for us guys. Yeah, and you're eating pizza. I'm throwing pies at these guys. Who else is out on track here? Sam Chapman. Oh, I love it. We did see this livery last fortnight in the wide world of sim livery. We saw Ben Miles also rock this livery in the purple at one stage back in the beginning, a million years ago when we used to do this. We're going to have a pretty strong field. We're going to have 14 of some of the best drivers I've raced against out on field.
Yeah, I was going to say back when we didn't have big grey beards, Aaron, back in the day.
Oh,
so,
wow, you've noticed. Thanks for noticing.
Yeah, I know. I'm starting to get some myself. But, yeah, no, Sparkle's out in track, mate. He looks great.
So he just went through the line. He just did a 56.4, so he's not that far off it. I'm really surprised these guys at the front. Ben Faulkner is he's not on a lap either, so we'll give it a little bit more time. I reckon in the last minute or so we're going to see some absolute lap times come down in time. So Joshua Horton, not in the Boogie Bomb entry. I am surprised.
That is a shocker, and he's got Mr. Sweet Cheeks in front of him, the resident safety car in front of him. Yep.
SC Sweet Cheeks safety car, Tom Brown.
Oh, mate, the good old days. We keep going back to the good old days. But he's got Kenny Cotterboss is behind him as well. Seems like Kenny's behind everyone tonight. He's just
Wait, you don't want to get too close behind Sweet Cheeks.
Oh, no way. You know it.
He's quick to drop the pants, old Sweet Cheeks. Now, as Nick, I know Nick's capable of a 59. Oh no, sorry, a 50. I think he got into the 58. So we'll watch him with a. Yeah, he'll jump back out shortly. Tom Brown is just holding up traffic at the moment. Oh, hang on. Ben Faulkner coming through the last turn on a flyer. This is going to be a 55. He's going to be 2/10 up on what he's doing before. What is that? It's a 55.
7.
A 55.7. Wow, yeah, 2/10. Yeah, that's put a massive gap between him and the field. That's 4/10 on the field. Oh no, there's Liam Banks. Yeah, not where you're supposed to be, mate.
He's around. Yeah. And he's going to go back to pits and. Yeah, I was going to say Liam's not doing too bad. He's not last, but he's doing all right. So good to see him out there. He's mid pack actually, so he's doing really well.
I'll just bring up these standings just quickly while I'm on Kyle Ridley here. Kyle Ridley is equal points with Matthew Brunt. Matthew Brunt is not here. Sean Linsell is not here. Jamie Christensen has to have a good event, otherwise he could be leapfrogged by Kyle here.
Yeah, he definitely could be. All it takes is Kyle to give him a little bump. Jamie goes around and Kyle gets a good night. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here. I think we've seen Jamie and talking about Jamie, he's just been leapfrogged by the Kenny. Yeah,
Kenny, and then Kenny's actually on a faster lap this one. Oh, he's just lost it a little bit there on the in the last sector. It's going to be a similar lap time. I think he's not going to improve on his time, but he's going to go on with it.
Yeah, I was going to say he's jumped up to second. So I was going to say Ben's in a really good spot. He's done a 55.7, so it's going to be a lot for one of these boys to get up to Ben. But we'll see what happens. Anything could happen in this last couple of minutes, and we've got 3 minutes to go.
David Atkinson's out there. He is absolutely charged. Speaking of batteries, there's some big news about supercapacitors. That sounds really nerdy from me, but yeah. Speaking of David Atkinson on the in the battery car, check it out. There's some big news out of Korea about some supercapacitors that can change the world. I'll leave it at that. So he's on for he's done a 56.9. This is not as quick. He'll probably have to get a tow to get a little bit better lap time.
Yeah, I think he just needs that little toe, and I got that capacitor, by the way. I clicked onto it. So.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I could talk about it all night, but we're here for the racing. Who's that coming out of the pits? That's is that David Milne? No, David Milne's on track. He's on for a low 57 at the moment. He'll have to improve a little bit on sector 2. I think he's just getting the tyres warmed up for a big hot lap.
I was going to say, yeah, with Mildy as well, all he needs is a good 2/10, and he'll jump up 2 spots. So, and I was going to say as well, Joshua Horton right down the back. It's weird to see him down there. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out what's going on with Joshua, because he's actually on for he keeps on doing the same lap time. He keeps on doing 56.3s. The last 3 laps have been 56.3s. So this one will be a little bit quicker, but it's going to be a 56.3 as well. Who's that directly behind him? So Fitzroy, I'm just seeing what he is on now. He's not going to improve either. The track is not getting quicker. We saw in qualifying. I mean, sorry, in practice, we had. I know we came in 5 minutes left in practice, but there was 45-minute practice session, so people could do a lot of different lines and practice a lot of different things. But this 55.7 of Ben Faulkner seems to be enough at the moment. What have we got? 40 seconds left. So anyone that's that's going to be an off track. That's Joshua Horton. So his night is over there. Curtis Bird into P2 with a 55.8. Mr. Whitey's pies himself.
The Birdman's just came out of nowhere. I don't know where he's pulled that out of, but the Birdman's flying in.
He's going to start on the front row of the grid. There's no one out there. There's Sam Chapman's on a lap. Liam Banks is on a lap. But no one's going to eclipse the 55.7 that Ben Faulkner did. And Curtis Bird, only a 10th behind Benny. Oh, good racing tonight, guys.
Yeah, very good racing. And I was going to say, the grid's been fully changed up. I was going to say, Kenny's actually dropped down to 6. So the top 6 are all thousands off each other.
Yeah, so I might go through. I'll take you through the grid. This should be interesting. Pots and pans, here we go.
Let's see if they work.
Oh, they're working.
Oh, wow.
I'll let you take it from here.
As usual, so Ben Faulkner in front row with a 55.7 P1, 55.8 by Curtis Bird in second place. That would actually be his first front row start, so well done to him. Jamie Christensen in P3 with a 56 flat. Kyle Ridley in P4 with a only 0.05 slower. Fitzroy 400 slower in P5. 100th slower in P6.
I like these hundreds. Keep on going. I love these hundreds. Yep.
700 slower is P7 Tyson Hammer. Joshua Horton only 400 slower than Tyson Hammer. P9 Sam Chapman. He's about 8 hundredths behind Joshua Horton, and he's in P9. Liam Banks P10. P11 David Milne. David Atkinson P12. Tom Brown in P13 and Nick Burling in P14. So yeah, very
sorry,
good.
I had the pots and pans malfunction out there just then. But yeah, I'll show everyone on the grid as well. That's David Atkinson, and then we got Tom Brown and Nick Burling rounding up the grid.
Yeah, sorry, I was on fire there. I just.
Oh, you're going. Oh, I couldn't keep up with you.
Oh, no, right. But yeah, very tight field tonight. I'm actually shocked how close that is. I know it's such a small track, but for it to be hundreds off each other, that's insane. I mean, you don't really see that much often in a field in general. So
yeah, that's what Lime Rock brings. All these guys out here, all the way back. Actually, even Tom Brown and Nick Burling have probably done many laps around here as well. I know they didn't set the world on fire with lap time. But this is one of those tracks where you gain confidence a lap after lap after lap, and you push the car to the absolute limit. So, looking forward to what Benny can do with Curtis Bird on the outside into turn 1. Guy you got to look out for though is Jamie Christensen in P3. Oh, we're going green, I think. Are we? Oh, not quite. They revved the engine and got me absolutely revved up, ready to go.
I was going to say, I reckon Mr. Benny's going to play nice. We've actually got a minute to count down, but I was going to say, I reckon Benny will be nice because Mr. SVG hosted an event for NASCAR, and Curtis was in there, and they were playing rough back then, but I think those two boys will play nice. But I wonder if Brad Newman's in the chat tonight, because we saw Curtis Bird cheering on Brad Newman, so I wonder if
he might return the favour, possibly. I think Curtis Bird called Brad Newman a generational talent, I think, last time.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so let's see what generational talent. That's big. That's big praise.
That is big. So we've got 30 seconds until we hit the green light, but yeah, but the big one that I'm kind of shocked about, but not shocked about, but maybe a little shocked, is Jamie Christensen starting P3. That's a guy that I wouldn't expect there, just because He's done so much in this car. He's done Prodigy, but maybe he's just not feeling himself tonight. But yeah, starting P3 is no bad thing at all. But Kenny in P6 as well, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I was just that's why I'm focusing on Kenny here. A P6 is not exactly where I'd expect him to be on any track. Anyway, going live.
Well, so many people jumped him, but here we go. So 3 seconds to go. We're going to see the lights go green, and everyone's revving their engines. We're going to see Benny Ford jump them all, and there you go. Ben with a good launch. Jamie with even a better launch. And it looks like Fitzroy's has stalled it on the grid. Jamie up the inside of Curtis Bird. Jamie getting the move done. Is Kyle Ridley going to follow through? Curtis stays on the outside. Kyle's going to follow through. Ben Fortner with a good lead as well. Kenny's there as well. So is Curtis getting swamped up? And Tom, Mr. Hammer around too.
Yeah, that's that's Hammer, and Fitzroy's actually touched him on the way through as well. Let's see if they call a safety car here, because that's nope. I don't think they're going to. Everyone's got going again.
So Jamie Christensen getting around.
Well, that's ambitious. That. Wide at the top there.
I was about to say that. We're getting the leaderboard up and see. I was going to see how many positions we gained or lost, but look at this. Over the curve, last corner. Curtis going a bit wide, and look at the rest of them just absolutely smashing that curve. Oh yeah, there's David Atkinson completely missing the curve, and Benny's going to complete the first lap, and Jamie right on his tail there. I said I was a bit shocked to see him in P3. I'm not shocked he's just jumped up to P2, and he's following right behind Ben, and this is our championship fight. Meanwhile, Curtis just sitting in P3 very comfortably, and Kyle Ridley just sitting there as well.
He's in a really good spot here, Curtis Bird. He did lose a position to Jamie Christensen in the first lap, but that's not the end of the world for him. We've got plenty of time. 18 minutes around Lime Rock. That's 19 laps. So a lot of action to come. We'll go down the field. Tom Brown has had an absolute blinder. He's up into P9. He started at the back of the grid, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he started P14, so he's made up some spots. And that's David Atkinson just trying to follow on by. But Thomas Brown, Tom Brown. He's been doing a lot of dirt and stuff, so it's good to see him back on the road. I know he would absolutely flog all of us in the old dirt, but yeah, he's in a road car tonight, so good to see him. Fastest lap by Jamie Christensen, I think that was.
No, that was Ben Faulkner. He did a 55.8, which is a 10th of qualifying time, so he's flying.
I think Jamie's given him the old lap tap to go faster, and it's good to see. And I was going to say, Kenny dropping back from Kyle Ridley as well, but David Atkinson might make the move here. Does he go up the inside? Yes, indeed he does. He's having a look, he's getting back out of it. Joshua Horton.
Oh, no!
Oh!
Oh, Tommy, sweet cheeks, Tom Brown, what are you doing out there, boy?
Oh, there's going to be contact here.
Good racing.
The very good racing. And Joshua Horton was black flagged for avoidable contact. So there's him in pit lane. I was going to say we should get a replay because we got time in, Aaron. Mm-hmm. What happened to that start? Because I'd love to know that.
So he had avoidable contact. I'm just trying to look in the events here, but there's nothing about that.
I wonder if it was Fitzroy's stall on the grid. Maybe that was the key of the whole issue.
Yeah, possibly. I'm not quite sure what actually happened there. Avoidable contact. Yeah, well, he lives to fight another day. There's no one with any damage out on track, so let's play on. But Joshua Horton, that's he's going to have to. So it was on lap 1. All right, we can go back to it. It was on lap 1 with car number 43 and car number 18, which was Tyson Hammer, Mr. Wobbler, and...
Oh, there goes Fitz and Tyson. Bang.
Oh, that damage on the right, that Fitzroy's car.
Actually, is that a tow? Oh. Is this a safety car?
That is second-hand. Absolutely second-hand. He's not going to try and get back on the track, is he?
Oh. He might tow
If he gets it back... If he gets it back to pits, well done to him. He's still got to go around the barrier here and get into the pit lane. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. That's him
He's
wobbling.
going to make it, I think.
That's him wobbling into the pit lane.
By the way, the front leaders are just coming around in the last corner now. So,
He did well.
He's done very well. And is that a familiar car out in the dirt on the last corner? And Jamie Christensen's off last corner. Kyle Ridley up.
Massive damage. We'll find out what happened there because I think someone's got on the inside of him. That's going to be a safety car called. We'll get onto it. Oh, he's just got wide himself.
Oh, that's going to kill him.
Oh, that's massive damage to the left front. Oh, well, what I should say, the left front, right, rear of that car is all damaged. Yeah, and that car's not going anywhere. I'm not going to leave it alone for the remaining of any season we're doing. Oh, hang on. Liam Banks has come around there and collected everything. Liam, what are you doing? Let me find out what he was doing there. Silly boy.
Silly boy, indeed.
So let's just jump. So he's got a really good... Just trying to watch him come down the hill. Great launch down the hill. Has he gone on the outside of the... Oh, he's just caught the grass.
Oh, he's held onto it.
No, not quite.
Oh.
Massive tank slapper. And that should live to fight another day. He's lucky that the safety car was actually called. But we'll go back live.
Lucky.
I could watch him try and get that thing off the line for days. The car actually looks pretty straight after all that contact.
He's actually went into the pit lane, so we could actually drag him and have a chat if we wanted to, because he's always entertaining interviewing him. And you can say sorry to him if we wanted to.
No, never.
Never.
Never. That's him getting a heap of repairs done. So who's out on? Oh, now Orlando Black. Thank you for getting back out into the getting some paint guys together and putting a nice livery together. That's a safety car done by Dr. Epoxy, looking fantastic too. That Porsche looks amazing.
I was going to say, I wonder what Curtis Bird's approach of attack is. Where does he go from here? He's right behind Ben Faulkner, but he's got a Kyle Ridley and a Kenny Conamos behind him. So from being down the pack now right up the front, I would be pulling bricks at this point.
Yeah, I don't envy his position right now at all. But hey, we've seen Curtis Bird race. We've seen him progress and get faster every race event. So I think he's got it within him to have a really good result here. But man, that shaky leg will be absolutely going very shortly with the likes of Kyle Ridley and Kenny there. And don't rule out Sam Chapman. Sam Chapman is having an absolute blinder season back here. He's joined a little bit late in the season, but he's consistent. He's up there fighting for points as well.
I was going to say, because he's kind of new, I'm just going to drag him up real quick, then we'll have a quick chat before he goes green. Hey Sam Chapman, mate, you're up in the box. How are you feeling, mate? We've just seen you in a really good spot, mate. What's your plan of attack?
Plan of attack is keeping on the track at this point, because it doesn't seem to be an area of expertise of everyone else, and that's I haven't had a whole lot of practice. I'm coming in after a long lunch, so I'm just trying not to ruin anyone's night.
We'll have to let him go, mate. We'll have to put him back on track. They're about to go green.
Fair enough, mate. Good luck.
Good luck. Enjoy yourself.
It's always a good little chat.
Yeah, we'll have to get him in a little bit quicker next time. But we got. Yeah. He's about to go live here, go racing, into first gear.
So he's just behind Kenny Conamos. Conamos? Stand there right, Philip.
Condoms on track. Oh, and Ben's taken it all the way.
He's done a smart decision. Now where does... yeah, there he goes. So Curtis Bird right there, but I reckon Kyle Ridley's going to send it up the inside. I reckon he might have the move there. He's having a look. David Milne.
Something happened in the background there. David Atkinson actually went backwards off that, and people passed him before the start-finish line, so expect something to be happening there. Curtis Bird's already been rounded up by Kyle Ridley.
Yeah, well, I did see him make a little look, but I didn't think he'd full commit to it. Now he's got the GT World driver behind him, Mr. Kenny Condoms. So I wonder what Kenny does here. He either makes light work of him, or it's going to take a bit of a fight, because this is P3. They're fighting for. Benny just pulling away massively. Kenny with a sharper line there to get the run down to turn 1. Yeah, he might get it done here. He's going to have a peek at the nose. Big dive bomb. No, he backs out of it. Curtis is still there. He's going to run him out the outside, and he's got it done. So that brings Curtis off the top 3. But I was going to say, he did a good fight there for a bit.
Yeah, it was good fighting from Curtis Bird, and great racing from both Kenny and Curtis to get around there. Kenny's got pace. I told you where he started in P6 isn't really where Kenny should be.
No, definitely.
He's got too much pace, and Kyle Ridley's actually taken it to Ben Faulkner too.
Yeah, he definitely has. And I was going to say, we kind of brushed over it, but from Jamie Christensen's point of view, that's not good for a championship at all. Because now Ben Faulkner, he could win this race, and that could be a lot of points taken away from Jamie Christensen.
I'm just watching Jamie Christensen now. I'm trying to work out where he is on track. He is, if he wants to make a race of this, he needs to get to P10, and that's so far up the road, it's ridiculous. They're already clearing turn 2, turn 3 right now. So this is where P10 is, battling into P3. Into P4, P4 I should say, turn 4, through the S's, in the big bend here, into the uphill. There's a good little battle actually happening here with Liam Banks holding him off.
Yeah, he's doing very well. I was going to say, the Kiwi, as you call him, he's
the Kiwi.
Off, the Tyson Hammer and Fitzroy, so I can see them, they're all in the same chat, so I wonder what Liam's yelling at, going, F off, guys.
Oh, no.
I think he's probably talking too much in there, but he's going to hold up Tyson. It looks like Fitzroy's going to go through with him if he makes the dive.
Should go around him here. Liam does not like turn. Oh, Liam doesn't like any turns right now.
Good save, though. Very good save. I was going to say, I'd love to see Liam in the endurance on Sunday. That'd be great to watch. If he
well, I'm going to be in the endurance on Sunday, enduring you guys wobbling around on track.
I was going to say, something's happened to Kenny. He's made a mistake.
Yes, and he's gone back into... there's no damage on the car. We'll try and find what's going on. How much we got left? 7 minutes left. I'll find out what's going on. We'll find a replay of what happened to him. So he's still in P3 here as we go on to lap 11. I think this was, or this might have been the start of lap 12. Did he get wide? He got wide. That's all. Turn one, very wide. Curtis Bird said, "Thank you very much." So did Sam Chapman, Joshua Horton. Thank you, David Milne. See you later, buddy. And David Atkinson has caught him up as well. Oh, the whole field caught him up.
Yeah, massively. I was going to say, you said Joshua Horton. He's actually right behind Sam Chapman, so making a lot of good work out there.
Yeah, Kenny's got the super capacitor himself, David Atkinson, following him. So let's go back live. So Kenny's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work, and I was going to say, let's cut. If we can cut up to the front of the field, Aaron,
yeah, it's happening. It's happening.
Have a look at I was going to say, have a look at Joshua Horton. He's just made a move up the inside of Sam Chapman. He's still running it. There you go. And look at Sparkles on the outside. He's trying to hang on to it. Oh, trying to make a dive like last minute. But Joshua is going to be hunting down Curtis Bird now, the man with the long hair, the Jesus. I'm going to nickname him. You should have a look at Curtis Bird's hair, mate. It is.
No,
if I
it'll
could-
make me like I'm only 18 and my hair's already receding. So
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, think of Jesus, right? Just
Yeah.
the big long hair. Yeah.
you mean the
Think
top bloke Jesus? Yeah.
Yeah. That one. So,
Oh, look at what's happened at the front here. Ben Faulkner's actually trying to get him out of the tow. Kyle Ridley's on.
He's on, and I was gonna say Kyle Ridley's not a 86 driver. He's more of a Formula 4 driver, and what else has he been driving? He's actually been dabbling in the V8 supercar, so something different. 86, and he's doing very well. Look at this shot here by Stella, just awesome shot here. You can see Curtis Bird go by and Joshua Moon. Kyle Ridley doing really well. I reckon I can get closer there, Aaron. Don't you?
Yeah, I when I set the camera up, those cars were zipping past me, so it was pretty scary.
You're all hunched over going, don't kill me. Oh, Kyle might have the run here.
Kyle has got a massive run. We're within 2/10 of him, and Ben has to block.
Does he just send it and just hope Ben opens up the door? Oh, Ben opened. Oh, I was going to say, I think Ben just opened the door there, but he
Oh no!
didn't. The road! Oh no!
Ridley's
It's the
gone!
road. So that's Curtis Bird up into P2 and Joshua Horton up into P3.
Oh, Ridley, we'll go back to see what happened to him there. That's very uncharacteristic for him to do that. So yeah, he's got this move. He was trying to go for a move up the inside. Turn one. This is a long turn one. It looked fine to me. I still don't understand what happened.
Oh, his wheels cut out. Look how it was just.
Yeah,
locked
I think
flat.
he's had a technical malfunction. We'll try and go to that again. So you're coming down the main straight. He's on. He's done a jink to the left. See if I can get a better shot at this. Yeah, this might tell us. Watch the wheel. Left hand down. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's absolutely
Oh.
sent itself, and that's it for him. He's going to finish P last. Curtis Bird
Hey,
again
Ron's-
coming through the field. Let's go back live because we've got only a few minutes left. So that's Kyle Ridley. Oh, so Kyle Ridley's got himself back going again. He's done a quick little restart and back on the field. Ben
Yeah.
Faulkner has got himself a 4-second gap over Curtis Bird, but Curtis Bird, oh god, I don't. Like I said before, I do not envy his position at all.
No, I
He's
don't
got
either.
two of the best races that we've had at this championship. He's not going to block. He's going to let him go.
Oh, he needs to block that. Does he break early and let Josh go under him, then go back under him? Does he? No, he's going to stay around the outside. He's given that so easily to Josh, and he's just taking that opportunity. And then Sparkle's behind him. Look
Sam
at
Chapman.
this car. Oh, look at this car. Sam Chapman with the Sparkles machine. He's, mate, I love it. It's a gorgeous looking car. So now this is a fight for P3. I think Josh might check out here, but we'll see what happens. And that's Kenny right behind him. Where is Kenny came from? He's a magician, that man. He's a proper magician.
So he's back up in the P5. The guy I want to just look at, I can't get my eyes off what's going on here. It's ridiculous. Hang on, he's gone on the outside of. I thought he was on the outside of him, man. Ben's checked out.
Oh. So Sam with the run, does Curtis learn from his mistake, or does he can't really do much here? It's going to break early. Does Sam go wide? No, he doesn't. Stops it on the apex, and Curtis can't go anywhere with that position.
Sam Chapman, I'm telling you, he's
He's blind.
championship man. He's pushing for points. He's beating the likes of Kyle Ridley's had a shocker.
Yep.
So yeah, it's
A lot of guys tonight just making small mistakes or wheel functions that are just out the window. But we saw Joshua Hooten, we saw Jamie Christensen, we saw Kyle Ridley, we saw Kenny Conamos with all those mistakes and wheel failures. It's the night to make mistakes. It seems like.
So is this going to be white flag? Is there a white flag out there? I see some flag going. Yeah, I think it was a white flag. We're on last lap. I'm pretty sure. So I want to look at David Atkinson down here. He's actually in P10 quite comfortably. Remember, second race tonight, reverse grid. So David Atkinson's found himself on pole for the next race if he can hold himself in P10.
Yeah, he's done very well. He's I'd be as I said, pulling bricks as I said for Curtis Bird for last time, but
has Sam got enough of a run?
I think Sam
to
is.
get him?
Nah, he's just a little bit off. You'll have to. Joshua Horton will have to make a mistake, but Kenny Economos has come from nowhere to make an absolute run of this into the last. No, Curtis. They're going to come through. Well done, boys. That was the challenge for P2 there. Curtis Bird was in the thick of it that whole race. David Milne's coming across the line now for P6. Great result for him. The hammer comes across. Liam Banks, good result, P8. Fitzroy Beaumont comes across the line now. And David Atkinson. Oh my God! I thought he was going to let it go then. So Jamie Christensen, we were talking about if he could make it up to P10. He almost did. He was only about 10 seconds off making it up. Another couple of laps he would have been there. So, wow, good race. Tom Brown exploded and went into the shadow realm. Nick Burling, I didn't see him on track. Hopefully he's going to race in the next one. I hope he races out there.
I don't think he actually started the race.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out because it said he's done 2 laps. So we'll get the results for everyone if I'm good enough to do that. Here we go. Ben Faulkner absolutely brained them out there. Joshua Horton, Sam Chapman, and Curtis Bird and Kenny Economos. What a battle for P2. So Joshua Horton takes the biscuits there. Sam Chapman, a great result in P3. Curtis Bird's got the pies going. Was fighting for P2, fighting for P4, fighting for P everywhere. Good result for him. Kenny Economos started P6. He's probably not going to be very happy with that result, actually, into P5. David Milne, excellent result. The Wobbler, Tyson Hamner. Don't call him the Wobbler on the channel, all right? Whatever I've said. Matthew Brunt is just saying stuff in chat. Where the hell are you, mate? These guys are absolutely going to steal points from you. And Liam Banks, good result in P8. Fitzroy Beaumont and David Atkinson round up the top 10. Good result from David Atkinson. That's going to put him on pole for the next race. And who we got here? We got Jamie Christensen. He will want to forget about that race, I can tell you that. Kyle Ridley, wow, a race that got away, and that was just a malfunction. So a technical malfunction. Tom Brown and Nick Burling round up to 14, and we got our, sorry I couldn't get rid of him, but Orlando Black and Ben Miles in our race control. So good race. We've got about a minute 30 before we're going racing again. Lime Rock is the real winner here. Oh wow! So anyone in chat, anyone in chat, yell out. No one's been talking too much. I'm sorry. So Matthew Brunt, you've said woo. I say where are you? So did Benny asking whereabouts are you? I'm just going to bring up the championship standings. There's Matthew Brunt. He was actually fighting for P2 with all these guys. And now the Brunt Force trauma is nowhere. He's going to lose out to Joshua Horton, Sam Chapman, Liam Banks, David Atkinson. He's going to lose out to Curtis Bird. Actually, will jump up massively in here. He's only 163 points behind. Yeah, we might find him fighting up in the top 7, top 8 in this championship with 2 rounds to go.
It looks like Curtis Bird's put the old go-go juice in. Seems like.
Whatever he's putting in these pies, it must be illegal because he's getting a lot of pace out of what he's putting into the pies. I still haven't eaten one of those pies. I can't wait to go down to Bathurst and Orange and say hello to the boys.
I was going to say, you're not that far from it, are you, Aaron? Not at all.
So they're asking me, Ben Miles is asking me to go on board for Fitzroy for the safety car restart we don't have enough time for that because we had to get these cars back on the track. Warm-up's done. We'll come back to it if we can. Please enlighten everyone of what happened there.
It
So-
seemed like a lot happened there.
Oh, it's such a tight racetrack that laps go past, the minutes go past, and it feels like the race gets away from you. So if you do have a poor turn 1 or poor turn 3, you go to the back of the grid. You don't have to have an accident. You just have to go off the track, and it's so hard to get the pace going. It's all about momentum. I've said this before: speed, momentum, and violence. That's what you need to race these cars.
Yeah, it definitely seems like that. I'm actually curious what happened at the start of the last race, because I actually saw Fitzroy fully jump back through the field. So I wonder if he's just jumped the car and it's fully.
I did see
out
in
on
the
him
background,
and
I
stalled.
saw David Atkinson and David Milne actually get passed before the start-finish line in that previous race. So they might have got pinged a bit for doing that. So we got a minute left on the grid. I just want to show this car. He's going to be loving this. David Atkinson in the Battery World Super Capacitor livery on pole. Fitzroy Beaumont behind him on the front row of the grid. Liam Banks. Now this is probably the furthest up he's ever been in any field, except for the commentator's field. He's way up the top in that one. On track. Tyson. Now he has had some terrible rounds. I don't want to put the mocker on him or anything, but I know he's better than what he's been doing. So I think he needs to maybe quit work and get back into the sim, I think. David Milne, that was a P5 result, puts him in P5, so no change for that. Kenny Conamos, Curtis Bird, Sam Chapman, Joshua Horton, and Ben Faulkner. Where's he going to start? He's going to start in P10. Jamie Christensen, though, is actually going to start behind Ben Faulkner. So it's going to be... I don't even know where to put the camera for this one. And we got 5 seconds left before they start. I'll get you to call this one, mate, because it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good one. And David Atkinson starting on front row. It should be interesting. Let's see if we can hold off a lap of these angry 86s behind him.
Green flag.
And we're going to be going green, and he's gotten the jump. Liam Banks with a good jump though. I think he's going to go up to P2 here. It looks like someone was actually going to go up to P3 there. It looked like.
Oh, that's Kenny.
Kenny off the road. 3 wide into turn 1. Curtis on the inside. There's contact. Fitzroy around. Someone else is around. Tyson Hammer.
Liam's around. They're all around. They're all backwards. They're all wobbling around. Oh, that's Sam Chapman, though. In the back there.
Oh,
He just
he's
got
been hit too.
He just got hit by Fitzroy, was it?
Yeah. That was definitely contact there.
We might go back to that whole start. I'll probably get a better view of what's going on. Have they called safety car? I'm not sure if they've called a safety car just yet.
They haven't called safety car.
They're going to have to, because there's David Atkinson off the track. Oh, sorry, David Milne, I should say. Oh, that's massive damage too. Yeah, let's go back to the start of this. Unbelievable. So we'll just stay on board here for David Milne. He got a pretty good start. This is what doesn't work. 5 into 1 does not work at any given point in time.
So there's 3 wide. So Tyson's on the outside. Fitz goes around, hits Tyson. Curtis hits Liam. So that's what I can see. So
And then we saw David Milne with massive left-hand front damage. Oh, he's just done it himself.
he's going to ricochet. Yeah, bang.
He's lucky he didn't come back onto the track there and take out the rest of them. So I'd imagine that the safety car has been pulled. Yeah, Orlando Black's got control of the field. We'll go back live. Now he's just... Oh, that's a great shot of that safety car.
Very good
So
shot.
Orlando Black
Aimed
is
it.
just waiting for David Atkinson to come around. David Atkinson's P1, I'm pretty sure, after that. Ben Faulkner made himself up into P3. How the hell did that happen?
Well, I guess 4 cars going around helps you in every way.
So we're just going to stay on board here. We're going to wait for David Atkinson to come around. I'll see where he is on track. Oh, David Atkinson's just oh, that's some aggressive weaving from Ben Faulkner. He's trying to keep some warmth in those tyres, and he's going to come around.
Well,
And there's the
that's
safety car.
interesting. Here's an interesting one. Joshua Horton started P9, he's in second, and Ben Faulkner's right behind him. Then Kenny's in P4. That's some guys I want to see a good battle with.
Yeah, so that whole little battle for P2, David Atkinson could find himself really lucky here and let them battle it out, and just all he has to do is just do some clean laps. Only 16 minutes left, so it's not a long time to try and hold off the absolute train that's about to come through. Is that the safety car pulling away? He's holding 80k's fairly well. I'll jump on board with this thing. It's cool. Even Porsche third gear low revs sound amazing.
I don't think he's going to pull away.
No, he's not. He's going to go for another lap here. So, okay, now that we've had a bit of time to digest just what happened there, so since we're going around for another lap, we might just have a look at that replay at the start. It's a great shot there.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, I mean, what a start from all of them, but the one that caught out most was Sam Chapman there. What a bad start. Probably the worst start you can have, get caught up in an accident.
Exactly right.
And, you know, you can't do much.
So this is this accident here. I'm just going to slow it down just a little bit. So Benny's already up into P4 at this stage. I'll see if I can go back just a little bit further to see what actually... Look at all the cars off the track there. Unbelievable. We'll see if I can go just back that little bit further. So I'm going to jump on board with Benny here for this start. Oh, he converted well. Now he's come down here into turn 1 with everyone
Kenny's
around him.
off the road.
Yeah, Kenny's off the road. He's had to... Some smart
came
racing
back
from Ben, and all the carnage just is unfolded in front of him.
Still kept the fight in that too.
So-
David Milne's still there. He's
So
going around him.
that was that's P10 to P4. Heap of places going. All right, we have to go back live. I think we're about to go green again.
Yeah, I would love to see Joshua Horton's start for that, because he started P9 and he's up to P2.
David
And,
Atkinson, when's he going to go? When is he going to go? Is he
he's
holding?
going to go early.
Oh, he's gone early.
Yeah.
He's gone.
He's out of here. He doesn't want to be sticking around, and these are the people that he does not want behind him. The guy that was starting at the back is up the front. He's got the guys that started up the front, or finished up the front, right behind him. So this is not where he wants to be. But if he does it smart, just parks his car on the apex, just be nice and slow, you're unpredictable. They can't do anything about you. Where does Josh go here? Because the moment that Josh makes a dive, he needs to commit. And
Oh, there's Josh gone. Josh is gone off the track.
And that's his race out. Gone. He's going to have to build a huge... He's going to have to do so much to come back on to the back of that. Jamie off the road there, just getting a little bit of grass.
Come on, David Atkinson, you can do this. That battery's
So
not going
this-
to be flat.
So this is going to be second lap, running on a hot lap. Ben Faulkner right behind him. Ben's
He has
gonna
to get
a
over.
huge
He has
swing
to get over to the right. He has to get over to the right. He hasn't.
Tyson Hammer off the road. Huge crash in the background. Kenny up the inside of Ben.
Oh, that's massive in the background. That's
Kenny's got that whole move done. He's just got the lead.
Now, did they call a safety car or?
Yeah, so the safety car's being pulled.
Okay, so
That's interesting.
I just want to know when they actually called that safety car then, because that could mean that David Atkinson could get a couple of spots back here, but geez, he
Yeah.
got swamped. I knew the train was coming, but I feel sorry for David Atkinson. He had Joshua Horton was pushing a little bit too hard on cold tyres and went himself to the back. So
I don't
Tyson,
think
oh look
he-
at that car, that is sick.
I don't think I think he backed out because it was 3 wide between Ben, Kenny, and himself. So I think he might have just played smart.
Oh, he's gone off the road himself. Oh, big moment.
Look at Curtis there.
How did Curtis get around him? Oh, I've got to get back to that. Let's slow that down a bit. Yeah, we'll go on board with Curtis. Yeah, for sure. Oh, this is back a little. This is back a little bit, but that's okay. We're still. We'll see what this fight is. Now, at the front there, that's David Atkinson holding on to the lead, and he lost the lead after this lap. Yeah, we'll stay on board. We're about 20 seconds away from the incident, but.
I really want to know what's going through Curtis's mind, because I think he just went with Tyson because he thought, well, I'm following someone in front of me, sure he's going to get the line right. So
here we go. I got onto the helmet cam.
Oh,
he's followed him. And he's wow.
I can imagine there was a lot of butt clenching there. Oh, there goes Sam Chapman and Liam Banks passing.
Yeah, they got past him, but that's fair enough. Curtis Bird lives to fight another day. But Joshua Horton.
Oh, and safety car's in the lane.
Okay, sorry.
Start the race.
Sorry, going back live.
Kenny's going for a good launch. So Kenny's going to lead the field away. Ben Faulkner right behind him. If Kenny needs to shut that door. Ben's up the inside somehow.
He's put it on the grass on the inside. Oh. Benny's going to have to hold on to it through turn 1. And he's going to have the worst line possible into turn 2.
So Kenny just needs to do a big old dive bomb, block off Ben, and get the run, and he has. Well done. Great move. Who's the car behind him, though? That's my question.
That's Jamie Christensen.
Wow. Okay, this is going to be a good battle. These are the guys that are... You can almost say the big guys in the whole league in general, and that was a huge wobble. And it looks like Jamie's going to try and get on the Ben. Look at that, guys in the background going 3 wide, 2 wide now. Look at that. That's awesome battling.
So Kenny's got himself a bit of a lead here. Ben's struggling with Jamie Christensen behind him. Oh, great battle
Ridley's
going
there
here.
too. Ridley there too, and let's just keep in mind, like Kenny's our GT3 driver. He's an absolute gun in that thing. Ben Faulkner's been our fastest 86 driver, and same with Jamie. But Kyle Ridley's been our fastest Formula 4 driver. So it's all over the place with drivers across all the series in their preferred series. But looks like tonight they're all putting it on. Sure.
Stewart's just said no further action on lap 1. Fair enough. It's pretty much a racing incident. So.
Yeah, definitely. It was yeah. I mean, what can you do? Like Fitz has had a little bit of a cold tyres issue, then he's went around and that was it. So yeah, fair enough. No further action. So play on.
David Atkinson's he's found himself in a really good battle. Look at these guys behind him. That's Joshua Horton, part of that. Normally in the Boogie Bomb entry, but he's in a Vermilion tonight. I told the guys not to put the Vermilion... that's big contact! Curtis Bird's going to come off second best. He's been in the action. Absolute action for Curtis Bird tonight.
He's been doing well though. He's been putting the elbows out and he's been making good work when he can. And it's just great to watch these guys go at it.
Liam Banks. I didn't think he's thought of himself to be fighting for P6 here. But he's got Fitzroy Beaumont, Joshua Horton, Curtis Bird, Sam Chapman is a fair way behind, but they're all fighting for this position. And David Atkinson's going to come away with one of his best results if these guys keep battling for the next 8 minutes.
Yeah, well, definitely. Kyle Ridley off the road on the last corner, just going a bit wide. But yeah, Liam Banks, look at this. Joshua Horton up the inside, getting the move done. All he needs to do is just keep it clean around this first corner. Does some big old dive bomb, and now he's right on the back of Liam Banks. And what a battle. Tyson Hammer calling something in. I wonder if something's happened.
Well, Tyson Hamlin's found himself at the back of the grid now.
So,
he's oh no, well he had that damage early on, so I don't know why he's calling it. He hasn't gone back on the track since last time.
Oh, Sam Chapman ended up going into Tyson Hammer when he was rejoining the track.
Oh.
That could be interesting.
Well, let's see what actually happened there.
Yeah, okay.
I'll find a replay of what actually happened. It was just only recently, so. So we saw. Well, where's Tyson here? Tyson's down here. He's gone. Oh, unavoidable. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very, very unavoidable. So I'd imagine Sam Chapman's actually called that in on Tyson Hamner. So.
I was going to say, Liam Banks has went into one of the cars with Joshua Horton too. So there's been other contact as well.
Let's go back live because that car is very second-hand. Oh, and you know, I'll have to watch what happened at the front as well. Nick Burling, thanks for jumping in the chat.
Jamie Christensen trying to get a move down there.
Look at this!
The condoms. And I reckon he might get it done here. So Ben's got around him, and Ben's going to try and follow, or Jamie's going to try and follow through, having that momentum.
He's got it done.
Yeah, Kenny's going to let him go there. I just saw him back out of it a little bit. Nothing major to keep Kyle behind him. And look at that. He's right on the back of Jamie now. He's going to put the pressure on him. I was going to say, Kenny's a very smart driver. I wouldn't want to be in front of Kenny, let's just say that. I think he's a very smart driver, so I think he would be kind of plotting going, what would Jamie do to Ben's car? Like, maybe we just sit here for a bit and see what happens. Because the nickname of Kenny is K-God.
Oh, the K-God.
The K-God,
wow.
Yes.
They call me the rap god, but that's another story.
Yeah, that is another story. I'd love to hear that one day.
No, you don't. So Ben Faulkner at P1, Jamie Christensen comes through for P2. He's getting followed closely by Kenny Economos behind him. And there's Kyle Ridley, just biding his time. Still in this battle for P1, anything can happen. Where is David Atkinson? David Atkinson actually got rounded up by Fitzroy as well, so P6 for David Atkinson. See where he ends up.
Atkinson holding on for dear life though.
I appreciate what he's been doing because it's been great to watch. And I was going to say, I think Kenny and Kyle are going to do one of these strategies where sit back, wait until the action, then pounce. Because I reckon Jamie would want to win. We've seen these two go at Okayama, and that was a great battle. So let's see what happens. It's definitely going to be entertaining. And Joshua Horton, black flagged, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, black flag for avoidable contact.
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
That was with Liam Banks. So yeah, unfortunate, but rules are
Oh
rules.
no, that's David Atkinson. No, did I just witness that?
Yeah, that was. So he's gonna get a spinning in pits. Car's broken. Curtis Bird's broken. What? What has happened there?
I don't think he could actually control that car just then. I'm going to go back. We'll watch that as a replay. Okay, so this is a little bit further back, but anyway, we'll stay on board for this. I really think David Atkinson lost control and it sent him into the pits. I don't think he did that on purpose.
No, I don't think he did either.
It's not something you would normally do unless you've had or something go against you on the track. But he's come down here into turn 5. Oh, got it all crossed up. And yeah, he's tried, and then it sent him in. Yeah, it's just absolutely sent him into the pit. Wow, David Atkinson. Now that Battery World livery is definitely flat now. Get a new supercapacitor in that as it goes back up on the jacks and get back out there and see what you can do. A lot of guys in the pits right now. Let's go back live.
Yeah.
So he's only just coming out of the pits now, David Atkinson. So he's got himself a couple of laps down. We got 2.5 minutes. Oh, sorry, 2 minutes 50 seconds. Ben Faulkner found himself back up the front again. With he hasn't got much of a lead on these guys, but it's enough, I think, to keep these boys at bay. Joshua Horton has made himself back up into the fight for the points.
Well, he's been black flagged, so
Yeah.
that penalty on his way.
Let's see if he goes into the pits now. Yeah, and as he comes into the pits, so that's going to be commiserations for him. Did he get a black flag in the first race as well? I'm not sure.
Don't know. I was going to say Jamie Christensen really giving Ben Faulkner the old push and shove to go faster because he's got Kenny up his butt now. So have a look at this. So we should be getting white flag next lap. So I think Jamie's like, I'm going to have to do something now.
I don't think we're going to get white flag. Oh yeah, the lap after this possibly, yeah, for sure. It'll be very tight, but they're doing 55-second laps, so it's going to be very tight.
I think Kenny's going to get a run here. Jamie's not going to get the best run out of here because he was having a look. Let's see if Kenny can get a move done.
On board with Kenny.
Weaving down the straight. Jamie's trying to figure out how to get around Ben, and this is where he's going to pounce. And there goes Kenny up the inside, better shove. And that's the move. I told you that he'd sit there and wait till that opportunity arose.
He's had to give him a bit of room here on the inside.
Wow. Jamie back up the inside though. That was a bit of a bomb seen from the outside view. The door was open and he went straight into it. So, yeah, bit of a forceful move, but he got it done. So back it up to P2. But Kenny getting the move done there, but that could have been a P2 there.
We might jump on board. We'll just let Kenny go for a lap here, and just watch it because this is going to be a great battle for this lap with Jamie Christensen.
Oh, Jamie's had a little wobble on the exit. Take 2. Does he go under him? That's the question. Does he go under him? He might do. Oh, Jamie's covered it off him just. Kenny's up the inside. Just enough. He's still there. We saw last time with Kenny not holding around the outside, but I think he's going to do it. Oh, he just backs out.
No, he's going to go out in the grass. He's going to have a great run here. Kenny's going to have an awesome run over Jamie Christensen. Nowhere to go though. Oh, and here comes Kyle Ridley.
Oh.
I can't believe what I'm watching.
There's no way
that was on the final lap too. So Ben Faulkner's going to come across the line for P1. Well done. Two massive events for him. P2 for Jamie Christensen. 3rd for Kyle Ridley. How did he find himself in 3rd? Well done. Kenny Conamos. And Fitzroy Beaumont's going to come through for P5. David Milne. He should hold on for P6 here. Oh no, that's David Atkinson having a massive wobble behind. Oh, that's more than a wobble. That's a wrecked battery, and that's a really good result for David Milne. That's a P6. Great amount of points.
Very good.
Yeah, that's a great amount of points.
Awesome.
And we got everyone else off the track basically. So Liam Banks is in pits as well. So very eventful race. That race 2. Well,
Yeah, definitely like that. I was going to say, how's Kyle getting up to the podium last lap? Just by a hair. Let's just throw it up the inside and just see what happens. I was going to say, I'd love to see a replay when he gets to the commentary box. Cause,
yeah, I'm gonna go to that now and see if I can get those replays up for everyone before we get everyone in.
So, let's just pull in Mr. Kyle Ridley. I feel like he's worthy of the man to jump into.
Yeah, bring him into the chat. I've got him on the screen now, Mr. Kyle Ridley.
Ridley, mate. What were you thinking when you went, I'm just going to go around the outside of Kenny Condoms?
Look, I grabbed my balls off of the ground and showed them what it's worth.
I was going to say, mate, we saw Kenny just all of a sudden go to the right, and we're like, okay, he's going for the apex, and we just see a Vermilion car on the outside, mate, and we were like, what has just happened? And we were so puzzled because we thought Kenny's going to make a move on Jamie, but it looked like you made a move on Kenny, so
explain more in detail instead of your big hairy balls, mate.
Well, pack racing, would it be 4 of us, 2 guys ahead of me battled, slowed each other down, and I just sent it around the outside. It was, well, I wouldn't have done that if it wasn't the last lap, so it was a ballsy move, it paid off, and we just gave each other just enough room.
Yeah, it definitely looked like that because we were on board and Kenny just backed out of it enough because he was starting to go up to the left. So you both did really well there, mate. But how was the rest of your race?
I mean, race 1 was good until my wheel decided to update itself.
Yeah,
but
we watched that. We watched that in great detail, watching the left hand down, full noise into the turn 1 barrier.
Yep, typical Fanatec, good old equipment.
Well,
but
hey,
no.
there's a next level racing car that you're racing against. You might be able to hit him up for some new gear.
Oh, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. But no, to be honest, I know this isn't a normal racetrack as such. It's very, right-hand orientated, but it's also a track I've ran a lot of laps on, and so I could just hop in the Toyota and be competitive, not a second off the pace, so it was nice. Fighting Ben, fighting Jamie, fighting some of the quick guys, just being up there. It was good fun.
No, thanks for the night. It was great.
I was going to say, fighting Kenny would have been a bit of a thrill, mate. Seeing him in a GD3 just absolutely fighting with Teo must have been just a bit thrilling in that point of view, just knowing that GD3-wise, he's an absolute rocket ship when it comes to that car.
That's it. There's a lot of pedigree up and down the field. I raced with Sam Chapman, and he's pretty damn good in the Formula V, for example. Everyone's good at different things, and all come in for the Toyota and have some fun together.
I was going to say, because I was actually mentioning on stream, everyone's so different when it comes to cars. Like, you see Kenny in the GD3s, Ben in, just everything. Then, you've got Jamie who's, done Prodigy in the 86s. And he's very smart when it comes to that type of racing. And, yourself in the Formula Ford and NASCAR, and then, everyone else. So, yeah, it was what a great battle to watch. So, well done tonight, mate. Anyone you'd like to thank?
I just want to thank the sponsors. I'm sure Jamie Ben will give it a better rap than what I can ever do, so I'll leave that to them. But I want to thank the ANZ series, and I want to thank my mum.
Oh, Mumsy!
Nice,
Mumsy Ridley. Shout out
she's
from
doing
Az.
it tough, so I just want to give her a thanks.
Well, hey, shout out from the crew here at ANZ. We wish her the best. Wish you the best as well. Thanks for racing tonight, mate. 2 more rounds left in the championship. Hope to see you there. Hope you can bring it to the big guys. And when I say big guys, Ben Van Faulkner, we'll have to work out a way to send it down the inside without him knowing. But good race. See you in a fortnight.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, mate. And we'll bring in Jamie Christensen next.
Definitely.
The man that little words. I should just call him Kimi Raikkonen at this point. Mr. Kimi Raikkonen, how are you, mate?
Could be better.
Mate, I think the word you would like to say is a win would have been nice.
Exactly. I could have been better.
Yeah, I was gonna say, mate, you had one opportunity there, but it looked like Kenny was like, "Nah, you've lost your opportunity. I'm putting it up the inside." So it definitely looked like you weren't coming back from that.
Yeah, would have been nice so far. Yeah, I mean, good racing at the end of the second race, but
yeah,
I'm still pretty yeah, first race was not great.
Yeah,
no.
We did see that, mate.
First race you were P nowhere, so
Yeah.
I mean, a great bounce back. I mean, as far as the comeback story goes, I mean, well done to get onto the podium of the where it matters, where you can get onto the big stick and have a chat with everyone in the chat.
Yeah, I did get there.
Is Father Christensen watching tonight?
Yes, he is.
Shout out.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Papa Christensen out there watching the boy do some racing at the front of the field. Now, Jamie, the racing tonight, you guys in a little pack racing that you guys are doing, it must have been fun. Were you on comms with anyone at all?
Yeah, I was on comms with everyone. We'll all just try not to kill each other and still race, which is pretty hard at that track.
I was going to say, mate, the racing was unbelievable.
what was it kind of like? We saw it at Okayama with you and Ben, but what was it like having 4 cars in the mix instead of that just that 2-car paddle we've seen? Just because the track's so much smaller, and if you get that one run, you're going for it. There's no, you're not holding back for anyone.
I got behind Ben, and then Kenny and Kyle were right behind me, and then they got Kenny went side by side with me, and Ben just gapped us by like half a second. So I didn't want that to happen, but because it's Lime Rock with no chicanes, we caught back up because of tow, and yeah, it's fun though. 4 people.
I've just got you on camera here after the start finish line, finding the inside fence, trying to do a bit of a tail whip or something there. I don't know what you're trying to do.
I don't know either.
Maybe keep that on the skateboards at home, not in the 86s on the virtual track. Mate, time for you to give some shout outs. We need some big words out of you tonight, mate.
I'll give you some big words. All right. First off, shout out to my dad for watching all the streams and helping me with the sim. And also shout out to Berling Motor Group, Race Lab Overlays, Dr. Epoxy, Next Level Racing, RSW Graphics, and Turn In Race Apparel for sponsoring Vermilion Motorsports.
Oh, he's getting good at this, Connor. He's getting good.
Yeah, he's getting very good. I was going to say, mate, I named you before you got in here, Kimi Räikkönen, mate, because every time you jump in here, we get a Kyle Ridley, and he's talking a lot, then we get you, and then it's like, oh, yeah, the race was good. But, mate,
yes and no.
Yes and no, but, mate, you've had a bit of a so-so night, mate, but it was very good to watch you, and good work with the big words, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you in a fortnight too, for the conclusion of we got the penultimate round in a fortnight's time. So get some practice in, Jamie, so you can take it to Benny Faulkner.
Yeah, we'll do.
Thanks,
well,
mate.
Mate. Good result.
All right, see you boys.
See you, mate.
Talking to gibbers, Ben Van Faulkner. Let's bring him in. Benny!
Hello.
Mate, another solid couple of victories in championship land. You come here to let your hair down, but you're winning, so that's nice.
Yeah, it's good. I'm sick of doing assignments all week, so it was good to get in and take my mind off it and have some fun. So it was really good, really enjoyable.
I want to take you back. You told me that this livery is going to be really special tonight, and here it is on screen. The green and the black, very striking. Can you talk us about about this livery?
Well, it was originally going to be a different livery. It was going to be the blue Bruce Lee livery or the George from Peppa Pig livery, but it didn't end up working. So,
but it isn't. It actually just is a black and green livery. And what about the Only Benz? Where's the Only Benz livery? That's gone.
Oh yeah. I need to get my livery sorted out.
We'll talk to Ben Moles about it.
I was going to say, mate, what about the crayon Brad Newman special? Maybe we see that in the future.
Yeah, maybe. I'll give him a shout, and we might both rep it for the next one.
Fair enough. The old crayon special. Mate, not a bad result. Let's just say that you qualified P1, race 1 you won, and race 2 you won. So, mate, bit of a Max Verstappen clean-up. So, and I know you don't like him, so it's good to shout him out. And mate, but mate, it was one of those nights where it looked easy from the outside, but mate, I'm sure you were sweating bullets in Kenny, Kyle, and Jamie up your clacker for that last race.
Oh yeah, I was pushing, but at this track, once they're in such shame and they're not really getting out of it if they've got similar pace. So it was kind of just a stick it on the inside for the corners and park it and try and keep them behind me. But yeah, I had a little bit of damage in the second one from side swiping with Kenny. So it seemed I was like maybe one or two Ks down the straight, but it didn't really affect me too much. In the end, which is good.
You guys were pushing hard.
Yeah.
You're talking about lap times. 55.6, which was better than qualifying. 55.7 for Jamie Christensen. That's the sort of laps you guys were doing. You guys in the top 4 were doing identical lap times that whole race. So, man, it was anyone's to go. Kenny actually was going for P2, ended up in P4. So, it's good to see Kenny back in a GR86. We hope to see these guys more often. A few guys missing though in tonight. one of your closest rivals wasn't here.
Yeah,
Sean
yeah, quite a few
Linsell.
people.
I mean, no, props to you, but Sean Linsell had what it takes to take this championship. He was probably the only one consistent enough to probably take it to you this championship, but he's having a night off, which is not going to help him at all. So after that race, I think you're going to be ahead of points by probably half a round.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. Jamie had a shocker in the first one,
Mhm.
and he did obviously P2 is a good performance for the second one, so shouldn't be a massive gap to him, but it's probably manageable at this point.
That's what you're going to have to do, because penultimate round next fortnight. Then we go into the final round. You'd know where it is, but I don't know where it is. But 2 rounds left in the 86s. So we got, how many points is that? That's 600 points up for grabs still? No, less than that. That's 300 points up for grabs.
Yeah.
300 points up for grabs. So it's going to be tight at the top there. So I can't wait to see who's going to take away those trophies. And on trophies, if you do win, are you going to donate that trophy? Are you going to keep it to yourself? What's going to go on?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. See how we go.
Donate to one of the listeners.
Maybe give it to a special Nick Berling, maybe.
Yeah, I'd be keen to do that.
Actually, we saw him out on track. He did 2 laps of the first race. Obviously thought better of it. He didn't want to be in the not in the way, but he was a fair way off the pace. But I saw him out on track in the practice, and he was doing 103s. And then when he came into this practice with us, he's always down to the 58. So massive improvement in a 30-minute window. So hopefully we get to see him on track again in the 86s, because I think he can hold his own.
Oh yeah, he's definitely one to look forward to for the future. He's pretty new to it, and he's definitely going to be quick. I can see that. So
someone that's not new to it is Tom Brown, and he wobbled around like you wouldn't believe, mate. At one stage he was up there, Sweet Cheeks was up there in P6, and now he's P nowhere, and I think he fell off the face of the earth at one stage there. So
used to ovals, I think.
Yeah, mate, this whole championship has been really good. The ANZ ESeries has been fantastic, and thanks for putting on the other 3 events. But it's good to see you having a race as well in the 86s. It's well deserved where you are, and to be honest, I didn't know if you had what it took to take it to these guys, but you've been showing them how to actually race these 86s.
Yeah, it's been awesome to jump in. From last season, I was watching. It was just brilliant racing, and the drivers in the series and the driver standards are pretty good. So it's good to have a good odd no contact racing, or the odd side by side pushing every so often. But yeah, it's good. I've been enjoying it. It's like 1 or 2 leagues racing per week. So it's been good fun.
So, mate, the real question is the main question, the big question of the night. We called you Ben Van Gisbergen.
No, Ben Van Faulkner. Ben Van Faulkner.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Well done. So, mate, when's the proper SVG turning up, mate? And we see a proper good battle between you two.
Oh, I mean, we'll see where he's at. But,
I don't think SVG would have anything. Honestly, I think he comes into this and he'll be battling for a top 5 position with the likes of what we got at the moment. So let's not talk about someone that's not here. Hopefully, I mean he's a busy boy, so hopefully we get the guys like that in again.
Yeah, that's for sure.
In the chat, Newman, I was looking forward to him in the chat.
In next one, I think.
Yeah, he's going to jump in next one.
Very
So
nice.
The ANZ ESeries is alive and well. We got 14 drivers in here tonight, all very good drivers. We're going to be I've got you on here at the moment. So next round we got the GT3s next Wednesday with Liam and Mitch. So that's going to be at Le Mans. I'll jump in for that. I could probably wait longer for that, to be honest. That's the GT3s. Then we got that next Thursday. We're going to be in the. I think we're going to be here we go in the NASCAR at Watkins Glen. I cannot wait for that. I've been waiting for that round for what's this? 2, 4, 6. I've been waiting for this round for 8 weeks to get here. 8 weeks to get to Watkins Glen. So bloody hell, guys! If you listen to this, get out there. do some practice and show me what you got around Watkins Glen in a NASCAR, in the next gen NASCAR. That's going to be awesome. After the NASCAR, we'll have a little bit of a break again, and we'll go back to Formula Ford racing. That will be around Phillip Island, I think. I did say to the guys that I will actually race that with them. And then, no, we don't want to be there. No, the pots and pans nearly fell over. And then we're going to go to Brands Hatch next week. In a fortnight's time for the 86s. Very close racing there. And then the championship's going to be decided in Daytona. And I think it will be decided in Daytona. It's going to be pretty close up until then. So all that to play for and more.
I was going to say, mate, the boys already shouted out the sponsors, mate. But anyone else you want to shout out besides sponsors and everything else?
I'll go through them. Might as well give the awesome legends another shout out. So we got the man himself, Nick Berlin from Berlin Motor Group. We've got Istvan from Race Hub Overlays, Mega Maddie from Dr. Epoxy, who unfortunately isn't here tonight. We get the boys at Next Level. Ross from RSW Graphics. He's been doing a mega job in our liveries at Vermilion.
Speaking of liveries, what about this one? Hey? Huh?
Yeah, I know.
Go on.
Ross again from Turn In Race Apparel. Mega merchandise he's been doing for us. And Supernova Motorsports. And let's throw in Mitch, the legend himself from Newcastle Detailing.
I want to add a quick shout out as well. Orlando Black and Ben Miles in Race Control. Thanks to you guys out there. You had your work cut out for you tonight, and you've done a bang up job. So, Connor, I'm going to let you wrap all this up tonight.
Yeah, in a big burrito or Dorito or whatever you want.
Oh, a Dorito burrito. All right, I might be trying one of those soon. Is the survey still open? Yeah, I'm going.
I was going to say I wouldn't mind a kebab, but anyway, so we'll wrap it up. So from Lime Rock, one of the smallest crappy little tracks in my opinion, but I love it for these little cars. But what a great little night tonight with Mr. Aaron Obersteller next to me, having a yarn the whole time. And thanks to all the sponsors down in the bottom left. And we'll see you next time at some other track. And Aaron's going to wobble around for the next hour when we get there. All right, see ya.
Toodles!